Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated. But that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated. But she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. I heard you look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, 'cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes, and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. It's got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me.
Alrighty, testing out a build stream here. The fuck is? Oh shit! There we go. Thought I broke my mic for a second. That would have been bad. Ugh. Well, well, well. Fucking O'Malley, man. God damn it. Why'd that bastard have to lose? I think I'll just separate these first by big pieces. What the hell?
I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, 'cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest. I'm just doing everything I promise, 'cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest, 'cause I promise you that I'm just getting started. And I promise you that my skills
for the
are
stream,
getting sharper, so I'ma
here's
get
what I'm
started.
building.
Can't be guarded. Nah,
Just a Lego set from my childhood. You know how it goes.
yeah, so let me get up on it. Yeah, bitch, you got me
Make sure your audio's good.
I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup. We about to turn up. Crank this shit up so loud. Sounds like we're sold out.
The music's kinda loud.
We lose control now. Y'all take this shit too personally. Everybody got a different version of me. Everybody gotta be learning from me.
That should be pink.
Fuck is this? What the get? No, but what the fuck?
What the hell? Oh. My phone locked. Sus. Alright. Cool. Everything's working. Hopefully it stays working. Now comes the boring part. Organizing. Packing pieces. I'll put over here. Boom, 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 boom. I'll put these over here, I guess. Ooh. Bro, why are all these pieces so fucking big? Actually, maybe I should put the set in the initial.
I don't give a fuck if you got a college degree. Did you learn anything? Really worth anything? 200 grand later and we're not even working. Student loans worth more than what we're earning. Best lesson I learned is to keep on searching. Find your true passion and get to work. And better take action or you end up serving. Yeah, that's a fact. So you better clean up your act. So you better raise up a sack. And tell the world they can suck on that. Don't come back, pack your bags. You take a trip and don't relax. You hit the switch and just attack. You find your niche and make some racks. Don't hold back. Everybody wake up. It's time to break up with the life you made up. It's time to trade up. Live the life you want now. A life you don't doubt. I could give a fuck how. Just get your grit out. Wake up, man. This
I'll put it
life
up
is
there.
a blur.
Actually, I was gonna cover my page.
So which one you prefer? Cause I'll give you one that's coming from an entrepreneur. Don't give up on your dream if it's what you deserve.
Wait. There we go. Now back to the build. Oh boy. Boom, 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 boom.
Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me, failure ain't an option. So I be cautious, I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me now.
Well, I am kind of scratching this. Uh-oh. Don't want to ruin my pieces. Oh well. God damn it. Why did I have to play with clay when I was a fucking kid, bro? Oh well. Boom, 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 boom. That works. I'll put this over here.
Yeah, all day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young,
Oh shit.
we were so dumb, we would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us,
Yeah, I'll put it here. Oh no, those are different ones. Pretty sure I have all the pieces for this. At least I hope so. Too late, no. Boom, boom, boom. Over here, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, that works better.
And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be.
I'll put that there for now, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of technique in this stuff. God, there's so many pieces. I guess I'll just put that there for now. Are my eyes deceiving me, or is that the one and the only? Yeah, man, hey, making my return, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hope you've been doing good, Comic Gray. Hope everything's been going well for you. Yeah, you know, I might be taking this content creation thing a little bit seriously, you know? But, yeah. Here I am. The one, the only, true 100% pick rate MMA propagandist over here. The guy who has more cardio than Marab, more finishes than Derek Lewis, you know? More dangerous than Charles. So, bro, Ilya or Charles? I mean, it is like the NPC take, but it is just like, it's so obvious, it's hard to deny. You just gotta go Ilya. Like, I got respect for Charles, but you're literally, the only reason why people would pick Charles is because they think Charles beats Ilya on the ground. There's not a soul that's gonna be out there being like, oh, Charles is gonna piece up Ilya. But to be fair, I do think it's kind of a sleeper pick. Like, if I was gambling and I was looking at odds and something was crazy and I would bet something crazy just as like a flyer, like a tenner, I would probably do something like Ilya by TKO. I feel like actually ain't that bad. Or Charles by TKO. Because Ilya's got pieced up in every one of his champion fights. What do you think of Bilal and JDM? jaw dropped at that fight. I thought both men were kind of insane, I'll be honest. I got a lot of respect for Bilal, because Bilal wasn't a bitch in that fight like he is normally. Because from Bilal's recent performances, I thought he would just quit. I did pick Bilal only because he did beat Leon, and I was still riding that, like, Leon is actually good mindset. So, I was wrong on my pick, but I do think JDM's a fucking savage. But, you know, Bilal deserves some credit, man, because Bilal went 5 with JDM. I'd say there's not a lot of welterweights that would go 5 with JDM based off that performance, you know? But JDM doesn't have quit in his bones, so I'm very curious to see him against Islam. I've got Islam purely because of plot armor. Yeah. But I do think that fight's interesting. I think JDM's very interesting being champ. If he beats Islam, I'm high on Buckley, and I'm high on, like, you know, Brian Battle once he's up here. But I do think JDM could reign for a while. And it's not that hard to become a welterweight GOAT. Also, I like the new hairstyle, bro. Oh, my shaved head. Yeah, you know, gotta go the skinhead. Gotta embrace the heritage. But yeah, I cut it short whenever it gets too long. I basically get a buzz cut whenever it gets long, and I just donate the hair to charity. But yeah, I just do that because, you know, I kind of got good hair genetics, I'd say. Strawberry blonde, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of blonde. I can claim to be both, you know? So I figured some guy with cancer probably appreciate that hair color, you know? It's like having, like, lynx fur or some shit, you know what I mean? Something exotic. But, yeah, I'm really excited for... Bro, these fights this year, they can be really good, or they could be very boring, you know? Like, we could see Islam Nurmagomedov his way through a decision, you know what I mean? Bro's not Alex Pereira. You talking about me, or you talking about, JDM? JDM. But, yeah, you know? Yeah, you know, I think they're just good fighters, you know? And, yeah, you know? And, yeah. Yeah. Bro, what the fuck is Arnold Allen doing? I feel like I haven't seen that fucker in so long. You know? Like, bro should be fighting soon. He's got to have a fight lined up, and they just haven't announced it. But, yeah, I can't wait for Islam fucking JDM. And if Islam loses, I think he'll just retire and duck Ilya. I genuinely think Islam will avoid every possible fiber in his being. He'll avoid fighting Ilya at all costs. When Ilya wins, because I really don't think Bronx is gonna win. He could, but that'd be one of those, like, ruining division moments. Like, imagining Charles winning, and, like, if Dustin beats Max, it's just gonna be, like, so fucking boring. And Justin beats, like, Patty or something. How you feel about Dustin and Max? Ooh. As much as I want Holloway to win, because he needs justice for getting chinned for his first time in his career, I am slightly leaning Dustin Poirier. Dustin is really, really fucking good. But the way Dustin wins his fights is that you need to have, like, a wrestling threat, you know? Unless you're Justin Gaethje and just get a fucking head kick out of nowhere in the rematch. But, like, that's just not gonna happen. So, barring any flukes, skill for skill, Max is the better fighter. But the problem is that Max is coming off a TKO loss. I mean, it is to Ilya, though. But he did get wobbled by Gaethje. Like, there's a lot of... Fuck, man. You know? Like, I want Max to win so bad. But I am slightly leaning Dustin, and I don't mind Dustin winning, getting a belt and just retiring, but it is the retirement fight. Man, I gotta think about the fight a little bit more, but I'm slightly leaning Dustin Poirier right now, like 51-40-49. How you feel about Joshua Van? He's now fighting Brandon Roy Ball, yeah. Listen, I love Joshua Van. I was pretty high on Joshua Van. I think I've probably picked Joshua Van in every single matchup. I could be wrong on that, but I love Joshua Van. He's a nice little nugget for the community. I don't think he's beating Brandon Royval. A month notice too. Royval, kind of like Joshua Van is good, and he's got aura and momentum and everything, which is great. I don't think he's gonna be able to like outpace Royval. Royval probably has he might actually have the best cardio in flyweight. And on top of that, Royval's striking, it's not good in terms of like he might KO Van, but he does land like 200 to 300 significant strikes every single fucking fight. So it's kind of hard to... I know Van's similar, but Van's going against like bums in flyweight. But yeah, he needs a full training camp maybe. I just think he's too inexperienced and young right now, you know? Like, this is his first 5-rounder too, you know? That's another thing. People forget, man. Joshua Van's only been in 3-rounders, and he was tired against, like, Ray Tsutsuriya. I think that was his name. But the problem with a guy like Van is that his pace is really good. Like, he's a little bit like Peter Yan. Or no, kind of the opposite of Peter Yan, where his pace is great for a 3-rounder. But he does almost always, like, have an arguable or, like, a round where he takes off. And it's like, you can't do that with Royval. Royval is going to be active for all 5 rounds. He's got the best scrambles in the game, so it's just going to be striking. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see Ursag and Van. Yeah, I would want to see that way before... Like, I want to see the Brandon Royval fight. But I would love to see Ursag versus Van first. I think that fight's way more interesting, to be honest, because you get rid of, like, someone who's fraud checked. And, like, Van's been chinned. I know it was, like, one of those fluky chin situations, but I don't know. I just really don't like Joshua Van taking a #1 contender fight at 23 years old, and his best win is Bruno Silva. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of rough. But full training camp Van, I don't even think would be enough. I just think I think he's just gonna end up like Song Yadong, where he's constantly getting fed these top contenders after like a 1-fight win streak, and then he loses to a top contender because he's so young, you know. And that's not even like a slight on like Song Yadong or like a slight on Joshua Van. Like, both of them are really fucking good, but it is just like sometimes it's too soon, and you need to recognize when it's too soon. You know, I don't know if Van like has it in him to go 5 rounds with a guy like Royval at the age of 23. You know, a couple fights into the UFC. Royval is a dude who's already like fraud checked a bunch of guys, like is it Kayasik? No, Kayasik is the guy who lost to Pantoja. Who's the guy? Tatsuro Taira. He fraud checked Tatsuro Taira, so you know, like, I just don't see it. And he's beat Brandon Moreno. You know, like Royval's problem is when he's against like dangerous grapplers who initiate grappling. It's not like this striker, you know. So feel bad for Van. I do think he's gonna lose. He might even get TKO'd via like volume. And like, you know, I can also see Brandon Royval getting some sneaky takedowns in, because Royval's game plan so far have been pretty fucking good. You know, his team's pretty good. I don't like how sometimes they'll say, like, give the back to Tatsuro Taira and shit, but later rounds when you're sweaty and stuff, too, takedowns come easier. A lot of red flags for Joshua Van, I'll be honest, in that fight, but I'll be rooting for him. That's for sure. You know, spice up the flyweight division. The Brandon guard might finally go away, which is just been around for longer than I've been watching the sport. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I heard Brandon Royval's the underdog. If he is, buddy, I'm putting like 20 on that. I'm not gonna lie. Unless I'm broke near when the fight happens. But that's this month, I'm pretty sure. How you feel about DDP and Hamzat? I got DDP winning by headbutt KO. Nah, I respect, like, when someone says they're picking Hamzat, I get why. But bro, DDP's just got that plot armor, you know? DDP's just got... He's just got it, you know what I mean? I don't know how, I don't know what way, I don't know what fucking backflip into an omoplata or some shit. I don't know what way, but DDP's winning, you know what I mean? And I think he does it just by surviving round 1. And then Hamzat's gonna look good in round 2, and people are gonna be like, oh my god, Hamzat looks really good in round 2. And then, oh, turns out Hamzat's hand was broken in round 2 or whatever, and then Hamzat gets fucked up in round 3. Or round 4, to be honest with you. But, DDP by Mousetrap? Yeah, man. Bro, DDP is just him, you know what I mean? And it's hard to deny who him is. So, I got DDP. I think DDP, honestly, skill for skill, probably isn't far off Hamzat, or like, because the way DDP wins is that he puts his everything into everything he does, like his grappling, his fucking, his everything, he puts everything into it. But skill for skill, you know, the guy is still really good. I have a lot of stock in Sean Strickland being good, you know, even though a lot of people like to clown on him. Even though he was like a minus 4,000 in the 4th round against, what's his name? Against, Paulo Costa. Can I get a people forget? People forget, man! Benson Henderson! People forget, man, Hoist Gracie, he invented the omoplata. You know, people forget, man. People forget. What was I saying? Fucking Joe Rogan. The good old Joe. But yeah, man. People forget, man. Joshua Van has not had a 5-round fight. People forget, man. Brandon Royval, best scrambles in the UFC. You know, I've been working on my impressions. Kind of like a UFC staple, a UFC YouTuber and MMA YouTuber staple. You just gotta have good impressions. People forget, man. I am an MMA YouTuber at the end of the day. Yeah, really good fights. Bro, Khalil Hill's coming up. I got Hill in that, hopefully. But I'm getting scared because everyone's certain to lean on the Khalil side. But Khalil's best win is Anthony fucking Smith. Like, people forget, man. Anthony No Heart Smith fucking sucked. You know, so. I'm getting fucking worried. And my main events this year have been so terrible. Let me ask you, what do you think of Bo Nickel fraud check? That was crazy to me. I didn't even see that. I didn't foresee that in the timeline. I was genuinely shocked at how bad Bo Nickel looked in that fight. I wasn't a big Bo Nickel guy, but I was like, RDR looks like a child on the feet. Bo Nickel can just wing an overhand right and catch him. RDR came out looking like Dricus du Plessis, but the evolution form took down Bo Nickel, and Bo Nickel looked like a baby on the ground. A guy who's got 500 like wrestling matches looks like a child on the ground. Against RDR, a guy who's only beat old men. But yeah, he fucked up Bo Nickel. I genuinely don't think Bo Nickel gets ranked anymore. Maybe he gets like top 15, like something like that. But middleweights are cooking, man. It's getting harder and harder to make it in some of these divisions, but Bo Nickel sucks. That guy fucking sucks. I'll stand on business. RDR or Whitaker? Kind of leaning RDR. Whitaker's just too... He's almost too battle-tested at this point. He's just too... He's too breakable, Whitaker, you know? Like, he'll have one fight against, like, Paulo Costa, where he gets wobbled really, really bad, but then he comes back and wins. But then he'll also have, like, performances like, the Hamzat one, get his jaw broken. But then he'll have another performance against, like, Darren Till, and it'll be like, oh, well, you know, he got knocked down, but he came back. But it's like, just... I can't be picking Whitaker in Big 2025 anymore, you know what I mean? And it sucks, because I like Whitaker, you know? He's a gamer. But I just can't... I can't pick our Bobby Knuckles anymore, you know? But to be fair, I picked against RDR in every one of his fights, and he's won every single time. So I don't know if I want to be fucking picking against RDR again. That's another reason. RDR might just have plot armor until DDP out DDPs him. You know what I mean? So a lot of things can happen in that fight. I'm excited to see what happens. But yeah, Bo Nickel getting fraud checked. It wasn't even in my realm of thought. Like, I didn't even think it was possible Bo Nickel could look that bad. But yeah. But yeah, my main events have been... I know the Bo Nickel one wasn't a main event, but my main event picks this year have been so fucking terrible. So now I'm just questioning every single main event pick I have. And then I hear, like, one guy has, like, the other side, and I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm picking Buckley. I'm heavy on Buckley. And I got pretty much everyone I talk to in real life being like, Usman, he's the greatest welterweight of all time. And I'm like, GSP's right there. It's like, well, Usman's wins are better. They're really not. But then they're like, you know, Usman's got good striking. He pushes a good pace. I'm like, you're not wrong, you know, but Buckley's fucking good. You know, Buckley's just good everywhere. Who do you see next for Volk? I think Evloev is like, you have to do Evloev. You can't really give it to anyone else. Or Lopez. If Lopez fights like 3 times within 4 months or something crazy like that, hey, do the rematch. You know what I mean? But, yeah. But Evloev's probably going to fight once this year. I don't know. It's rough. Gene Silva after a win, maybe? If Gene Silva beats, like, Brian Ortega or some shit, well, Brian's moving up. I don't know. Gene Silva after Arnold, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of tough for Volk right now because he's so dominant. If they do the Yair Rodriguez one, I'll be really pissed off. Yair does not deserve a fucking rematch off one win against a guy who's not ranked. UFC debut. 38-year-old, and it looked very competitive, where he was about to lose in moments. Like, that's just shit. Is an animal. His fight with Aljo was amazing. I thought it was good. I'm not a big Evloev guy, I'll be honest. I thought he was, I thought he robbed Arnold Allen of that TKO because of, like, garbage rules that didn't make fucking sense. Because, I know they were in Canada, and I'm pretty sure they were in Canada, and they said something like, oh, you can't knee grounded opponents. He touched the ground with a pinky and didn't have a weight-bearing hand on a grounded opponent. He should have been TKO'd right then and there. But, you know. His win against Aljo, though, was very impressive. I had Aljo because I hate Evloev, but Evloev showed levels, you know? He showed, like, you have to be busy all the time, and I think he evolved from his previous performance. Like, his Arnold Allen to his Aljo evolution is insane in terms of what the fighters look like. Like, very different, in my opinion. Give Arnold Allen a shot for the belt, why not? Yeah, I wish my boy Arnold could get the shot, but even I'd be pissed if Arnold got the shot. Arnold's good, but he couldn't beat Holloway. he just beat Giga. I don't know what they're gonna do for him next, but you know, he did clearly beat Giga, but it's, you know, Giga's not a #1 contender worthy performance. If Arnold fights like John Silva and beats John Silva, maybe, depending on what happens, but yeah, Arnold's got to do like at least 2 or 3. I just don't like these what UFC's doing with like, oh, 1 to 2 fights gets you a title shot. It should be bare minimum 3 fight win streak. I don't care if you're #1 contender or not, but just because you get 1 win, you shouldn't get a fucking title shot. It's so annoying what they're doing these days, you know? Like, how the fuck are we gonna give Yair an instant rematch and Peter Yan still has to fight Marcus McGee to get a title shot? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. And I was against Peter Yan in the fucking, what was that fight? The Figueiredo fight, and he whooped Figueiredo. Close in moments, but he did whoop Figueiredo. So, it's just, you know, whooped Figueiredo, beat that other guy. I just lost a piece. I feel UFC BMF fight was co-main low-key, like, come on, bruh. Yeah. Yeah, because they made Max Holloway Dustin a main event, right? Maybe they touch it up, but hey, man, this is what happens when you have Ankalaev, Makachev, Divishvaliev. You know, this is what happens when you have those fighters as your champions. They only fight once a year, man. So, it is what it is. UFC should do better, though. Yeah, UFC should, you know. Maybe Merab steps in short notice. Who knows? Maybe we get Merab versus fucking Peyton Talbot. I don't know. Fucking some random bum. Oh, like maybe the Corey fight. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, it's just you know, UFC things. Just how it is. Probably not Ankalaev was even champ, lol. Damn, I miss Alex. I know, right? I really hope he wins the rematch. But I really hope they give him the rematch, because it's looking like they're trying to threaten Alex and be like, yo, somebody else is going to get that fight. I'll be honest, though. I don't think Ankalaev remains champ for very long. You know how, like, there was that thing a little bit ago where there was 3 dominant African champions in Adesanya, Ngannou, and Kamaru, and then they all lost within the same year? I kind of think that's what's going to happen with these Russians, you know? Like, I think JDM could be the guy that beats Islam. Ankalaev could lose to, like, Yuri, you know? Fuck. But yeah, they could all lose. You know what I mean? Very, very swiftly. Because Ankalaev does not have this, like, pizzazz. You know what I mean? He was good, and he wobbled Alex, who doesn't, you know? But it's just, like, Yuri is a good style. I think that beats Ankalaev. Jamal Hill, if he has an impressive performance, if he looks like vintage Jamal, probably smokes Ankalaev. Like, there's a lot of guys that I think just beat Ankalaev. You know? He couldn't even take down Pereira. You know? And maybe people want to cope and say, oh, Pereira's takedown defense is insane. It's not. He got taken down by Izzy like a year ago, man. Like, Pereira's takedown defense is not all that. And he stuffed, what, like 11 takedowns from Ankalaev and threw Ankalaev down? Like, come on, bruh. You can't tell me that's a fucking... You can't tell me that guy's an Ov, you know? Ankalaev, you know? Or whatever. The guy's fucking... The guy's getting out-wrestled by Alex Pereira. people are gonna say, "Oh, his wrestling is really good." Sure, it's the threat that matters, but Yuri's not gonna give a fuck. You know, Yuri's gonna fucking flying knee the shit out of him. But yeah, bro, DDP up a weight class whoops Ankalaev. I'll say that. If DDP runs through Hamzat, beats Amavov, and like, I don't know, maybe Kyle Brahalio, and moves up to light heavyweight and fucking smokes Ankalaev, come on now. I can see it. I can see it. DDP is the type of style to do it too, you know? Ankalaev is a lot of gifted wins, you know, just like a lot of Oz or Evs, you know? Fight against Rakic, arguably pretty close. Fight against Johnny Walker twice. Yeah, you know, enough said. It's fucking Johnny Walker. So I think Ankalaev isn't gonna remain champ for very long. I do think he kind of gets smoked by a legit contender. Like, I don't want to see no fucking Volkan Ozdemir type shit, or like Carlos Ulberg getting a #1 contender fight, or like fighting for the belt. Like, that guy would get fucking smoked by Ankalaev. That guy sucks. But yeah, it's the era we're in. Boring champs. Decision fucking merchants. You know what I mean? Sucks, but it's what the UFC wants, I guess. Even though Sean O'Malley won that first fight, and people forget, man. Sean O'Malley arguably won the first fight. I'm gonna say, I swear I had these. Give Raul Rosas a title shot, that would be a good dude. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, other than Raul Rosas should genuinely just give his nickname, instead of like Chi Wee Wees or something cringe, just call yourself the Crimson Chin, you know? I think Raul Rosas is kind of shit though, I'll be honest. It'd be funny to have him as champ, but that'd be kind of it. What's Raul Rosas? Bantamweight? Yeah, he's not beating Marab. Yeah. He'd have to get through Marab. He'd get chinned by O'Malley. Peter Yan will whoop his ass. Bro, Mario Bautista mauls Raul Rosas. Chihuahuas. Fucking yikes. But he's a prospect, I guess. You know, I get it, he's young, but I don't think I'll ever pick that dude. Or, I guess I'll never be, like, on the train. Like, if he's fed bums, he's fed bums, you know what I mean? But I don't think I could pick him to actually win the fucking fight. Or actually, like, be champ or something like that. I ain't that crazy. Type shit. But, hey, Brian Battle, let me tell you. I think he's fighting at middleweight now. DDP better start booking his fucking flight, alright? Brian Battle's gonna whoop that kid. I kind of like Brian Battle at welterweight though. I don't know if I agree with his middleweight move to fight oh, is it Ruzeboev or is it Ikram? I can't remember now. But that fight interests me. I'm gonna be rooting for him. I don't know if I'm gonna pick him. You know, that's a tough match. But Brian Battle is good. Swear to God, I just had this seat in my hands. Where the fuck did I put it? Didn't I make it? Ah, there it is. But yeah, I'd say there's a lot of hungry contenders now, though. You know. Wanna know something? Lego once made a SpongeBob set a long time ago, and it was really sick. Like Bobby Green good. Like Bobby Green good. Okay. Are you talking about like the Bikini Bottom one, where it was like all the fucking what do they call those? Like his pineapple hat. It had Squidward's home and shit. That one was pretty good. Or the Krusty Krab. Did they ever do a Krusty Krab back in the day? I don't know, it's been a minute. I'm just kind of slowly getting back into my Lego era. You know what I mean? Bunch of Star Wars shit that's coming out, so I want to get all that stuff. But Lego's fucking expensive, but so is everything, so can't really blame them, to be fair. But yeah, bro, the Lego IPs are sick. I love pretty much all of them. Bro, like the One Piece stuff. I'm not even a One Piece guy, but those Lego sets look sick. Keeping it real. And they look very good for the value, you know? Like, I think it's 1,000 pieces for 100 Canadian, which is, like, insane in terms of piece value. Considering a Star Wars set is, like, 800 for 160. Bobby Green versus Ruffy. Would love to see that. King Green wins every time. I wish, man. Our boy got, hey, Bobby Green, he wins the rematch, okay? We all know this. If it wasn't short notice, he would have beat Islam Makhachev. We know this, right? Everyone agrees with this statement. Bobby Green smokes Islam in the rematch, you know? And it's never gonna happen. So, we get to yap all about it all we want. And then Bobby Green, of course, if it was prime Bobby Green, would have smoked Ruffy, let me tell you. Ruffy would be in fucking the danger zone the moment if prime Bobby Green walks out there. Alright? And if that fluky submission didn't happen with Patty, let me tell you, Patty was in for a rough night. Best KO I ever, dude. Literally jumped out of me seat when I saw that. Yeah. That was a... Bro. That was probably the first time... that was like the... Not... Maybe it was the first time. I knew Bobby Green was gonna lose. No, I think the Gilbert Burns one was sadder for me. I knew Bobby Green was gonna lose though, and he is one of my favorite fighters. I knew he was gonna lose, and I was telling like everyone around me, it was like, nah, Bobby Green's good. This Ruffy kid, don't know him, never heard of him. He's a bum. And I was telling him like, Bobby Green's fucking, he's good, but not against a guy like Huffy. You know, I picked Bobby Green for pure cope, but I knew he was gonna lose, unfortunately. But yeah, that was a sad one to see. And it was a wicked KO too. It sucks because Bobby Green is victim to so many like great KOs. Highlight wise at least. Like the Jalen Turner one, that one was, to this day I think it's still like the most brutal stoppage I've ever seen. There's a few, like I've seen a lot of top 5 or top 10 fucking brutal KOs of all time type shit, but Bobby Green is still my number one. I don't think there's a worse KO than that. In terms of like late stoppage. But if we're talking KOs, but did you watch the Ju Sang Yu guy knock the Korean Zombie Jr., I guess he's more well known as, smoke Jekka Sarigi last fight card? That was sick. That could be KO of the year. Randy Brown versus what was it, Nicholas Dalby? That one also sick. There's a lot of good KOs this year, to be fair. Was the Bobby Green one this year? Bro got put to sleep by Patty? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it was an awkward takedown. He was winning the striking exchanges, okay? But, he wins the rematch, you know? If that was prime King, he would have smoked fucking that bum Paddy Pimblett, even though I picked Paddy Pimblett to beat Chandler. Because Chandler fucking sucks. But, yeah, sucks to see, but what's the quote? All good things come to an end. I don't know if you've seen it, but I made a video. I literally said, like, bro, Bobby Green needs to retire after I don't want to see this guy fucking. He might be the first death inside the octagon. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him die. I spent too much time gooning. I'm assuming you're trying to say gooning this camp. Hey man, clearly No Nut November is not the way. You know? Clearly, gooning actually increases your odds of winning if you think about it. So, thoughts on Chase Hooper? He whooped Jim Miller. Yeah, he did. I've never been like I'm probably with like 99% of people, but I did pick Chase Hooper to whoop Jim Miller. He did it in kind of a worse way than I thought, and kind of a better way than I thought. Like I thought he was just gonna get a sub in the later rounds. Jim's a dog, but he is old. I think I'm 100% on my Jim Miller picks, by the way. Just saying. But I do, like, Chase Hooper's grappling is elite, but Jim Miller did gas really fast. And it's like, how much stock are we going to put on, like, a guy out grappling a jiu-jitsu 44-year-old? You know what I mean? I do think Chase Hooper's good, and he's improving very, very fast. Like, his Jordan Levitt win is going to look a lot better, because Jordan Levitt just got a sub win. But I don't think, like, I'm not sold on Chase Hooper right now. You know? Like, he's good. Let's see our Grant Dawson, you know? Let's see how he does against, you know, like, he's like bottom 15 lightweight right now. Who's bottom 15 lightweight right now? Like, Joel Alvarez, but he's moving up. Like, let's see how he does against, like, a Benoit Saint Denis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much stock I'm going to put in Chase Hooper off a win over a 44. Like, it is kind of the problem with Jim Miller, because he is old, and you can never really put some, stock on a fighter who just beat an old man, but it's a good quality win. You know? Chase could be something in lightweight, but lightweight's a steep division, especially with Ilya there. But, bro, if you want, like, the best grappler, though, bro, I'm telling you, Sean Brady's the best grappler in the UFC. No cap, dead ass, bare facts, no printer. That guy is, in my opinion, the best grappler in the UFC. I don't even think it's close. Like, Moicano's up there, you know, Oliveira's dangerous, but recently he's become a little bit more of an Nurmagomedov, but right now, Sean Brady might actually be the best grappler in the UFC, in my opinion. That guy, he's killed everyone with just grappling. I know he got TKO'd by Bilal, and that looks bad now, but he didn't shoot a takedown in that whole fight. You know, if Sean Brady grapples, he's a demon. But is this cracked? It might be cracked. But yeah, I think Chase Hooper's good. Or like Tatsuo Taira's up there for grappling. There's a lot of good grapplers nowadays, to be fair. Let me go get another one of these pieces. Real quick lack. People forget, man. Chase Hooper's a marauder. People forget, man. Impa Kasanganai. PFL $1 million winner. But man, I'm hoping the main event for this event's gonna be fucking sick. I'm so tired of these boring, sad main events where we just see like a fighter get destroyed like Gilbert Burns and just break after the first couple strikes. Or we have Aaron Blanchfield, Macy fucking Barber. Like, Jesus. Jump was at 316. Let's go. I mean, hey, I'm Canadian. I'm not with the Donald Trump lore. I don't know shit about him, I'll be honest. So I don't know, like, if he's well received in America. I don't know. I pretty much don't know at all, but I guess it's a good thing. Shows up for 316 for... Who did he even show up for? Marab? Or who else? Who else was even, like, there of note? Oh, Kayla Harrison, I guess, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, unfortunately, I'm Canadian, and unfortunately, we have a certain party in Canada that's beating the other ones that, you know, we don't have freedom of speech here, so I can't, I don't want to get too wild about my country, but, let's just say I'm upset that Charles Jourdain is a little less based now that he's embraced his Canadian fucking heritage, you know what I mean? Even if it's French Canadian, we still accept them. We'll take them. We'll take them. Yeah, Charles Jourdain, if you didn't know, is out for UFC 317, or for this weekend. Not 317. What the fuck am I talking about? Which is sad, because Charles Jourdain is, in my opinion, the most entertaining Canadian fighter right now, so that fucking sucks, but one day we'll dominate the UFC. That's not cool. I think one day Canada will make a comeback in the UFC. One day. Not missing something, am I? Oh wait. Shit. But yeah. Bro, I wish Canada had some good fucking fighters, man. I'm so sick of watching these bums. Like, how's Mike Malott and Eamon Zahabi our representation? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's annoying as shit. So fucking annoying. Get some Chad genetics over here, Canada, please. Please, my country. That'd be nice. Like this. Like this. Boom. Boom. Yeah, and then we put... these black ones. But yeah. Very, interesting cards this month. I'm excited. 317 looks like it's cooking too. What's the co-main? Isn't it a woman's fight? Fucking Jesus, man. Unreal. How dare they? I genuinely think the women's division should just be fucking removed. I'm so tired of it. That shit's ass. I just feel nothing when women fight, you know what I mean? Even if it's a good scrap, I'm just like, eh. I wish this was JDM, you know? I wish this was Brian Battle. I wish this was Trevor Peak, you know? Where there's stakes and something I care about. It might just be I don't give a fuck about the division at all. But... Kayla Harrison, she won. Yeah. The man beat the shit out of that woman. Nah, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I mean, anyone with eyeballs, like, I get why people were on Juliana Pena. But anyone with eyeballs would look at one of them and look at the other one and be like, one of them's clearly a man, you know? And the other one, she looks like shit. Arguably lost to Raquel Pennington, too. I know I shit on women's fighters, but, you know, I watch them, unfortunately. But, what's their name? I think, I do think Raquel Pennington beat Juliana Pena. I don't know why they gave that decision to Pena. That's such a weird one to me. But yeah, like, I guess we get to see fucking, what's her name? Amanda Nunes come back. You know? I guess that'll be fun. For one fight. Maybe she'll have a GSP story where she comes back, defends the belt, or fights for the belt, gets the belt, becomes the GOAT, and then ruins the bantamweight division for women again. But, you know, could be interesting, I guess. Yeah, I just wanna see JDM fight again. You know what I mean? JDM came to get the bag and be on my merry way, or however the fuck he says that quote. Or like Esteban Ribovic, Daniel Zellhuber. I wonder when Zellhuber's next fight is. It's gotta be booked already. That fight's gonna be sick. How did I put this wrong in again? What is wrong with me? But yeah. Ooh. Yeah. We'll see what happens on this upcoming UFC events and shit. Hopefully I can get my main event picked right. If Buckley loses, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Not because I don't even mind Usman winning. I'm just gonna be pissed that I get my main event pick wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like with every card, I'm sweeping the prelims, and then just the main card, I shit the bed. Like, all the logical underdogs, they lose. And all, like, the fucking upset kings, they win, you know? Or, like, when all the YouTubers were on, Patchy Mix, like, that's a logical favorite to pick in a UFC debut. I picked Mario Batista because I didn't know shit about Patchy Mix, and he looks like shit. If that's the normal Patchy Mix, bro, these YouTubers, they need to be stopped. But obviously that kind of doesn't look like what was being promised, I guess. Patchy Mix he did not look good. He looked absolutely trash. I can't believe people were so high on him. But I'm interested to see, you know, a new contender, I guess, at bantamweight. Mario Batista looked good, to be fair, but Patchy Mix did look like dog shit. But, like, that's a logical, like, favorite to pick, and I picked the underdog. I got it right. Of course, I don't bet on that one, and I bet on fucking O'Malley. God damn it, son of a bitch. But, yeah, it's just, my picks have been cooked. I got the Ian Gary one right, even though I didn't want to pick Ian Gary. I wanted Ian Gary to get slept out cold. That didn't happen, obviously. But I got the pick right. I went Ian Gary by decision, because that's an Ian Gary fight. But that's rough. Bro, it's so hard being right on picks. But you know, to be fair, for someone who doesn't watch, or hasn't watched UFC for his entire fucking life, I think my picks are pretty good. You know? I barely go positive, but I'm going positive. You know what I mean? I don't think I've had like 3 out of the 17, or maybe 3 out of 20 cards this year that were negative. That's not bad. You know? 17 and 3. It's a good KD ratio. So, I'm proud of my picks. I'm happy with my picks. But MMA is also like the most volatile fucking sport there is. It's literally like the most impossible sport to bet and pick. You know? Like, it's not like you're looking at teams and being like, well, this guy's got a good defender, well, that guy's got a good offender. You're looking at one guy, hoping he's got no injuries, hoping he's not sick, hoping he's not there just to collect a paycheck. And fucking fingers crossed, he's what he looked like his last fight, you know? But yeah, it's rough, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's right. And then, okay, better do what? But yeah, it's a good fight, you know? Good fight. Bro, when? Oh, I was gonna say, when the fuck is Yuri fighting? But Yuri's trying to do his school shit now. Brother's in school, while being a former UFC champion. Insane. But good on Erie, though. Smart move, technically. You know? You never know if you become a champion again or not. But what's crazy to me is that I bet Yuri's earning around the same as someone like Raquel Pennington or like Juliana Pena. And if that's true, bro, I'd be depressed as fuck. They really do need to step it up on fighter pay and shit. You should get paid more for being more entertaining. That should just be what it is, baseline. I'm so tired of these fucking boring ass fighters. Making it to the top being boring as fuck. You know what I mean? And earning like a shit ton. Like a Merab fight shouldn't earn more than any Pereira fight, you know? Maybe the Ankalaev one, but that's how I think it should be. Like, imagine if fighter pay was dictated by entertainment and you don't know your pay until you finish the fight. You know? Like, of course that's bad for the fighter, but your whole job is to be entertaining and skillful at the same time, you know? You're basically doing, like, live magic. I don't know if that's accurate. Obviously, like, there's the aspect of your life is on the line and shit, but I don't think it's like that. I gotta be careful with what I say, you know? I don't think, like, fighters deserve more because the sport's riskier, you know? I know that's how, like, normal jobs work, but you know, you could die working as a grocery clerk. A fucking skid falls on you because some dumb fuck doesn't know what he's doing. You know? That's exactly how you could die in an MMA fight, you know? Some fucking idiot. Oh shit. This is done how? Some idiot doesn't know when to stop the fight, like the ref or something, and then you just die because the ref just allowed the fight to happen way longer than it should have. You know what I mean? Like, they're really not that different, in my opinion. In terms of, like, they're obviously different because one's way riskier than the other, but they're not that different in terms of, I guess, a risky health situation, you know? Because you only fight once to twice a year where someone's going to their job 40 hours a week. You know, and people die at just random fucking jobs these days. Maybe it's because they're brain damaged, but not all of them, of course. But you know, some people are just dumb in the workplace and do dumb things. But I don't know. I think it's dumb. Like, the odds of dying in MMA are lower than dying in fucking a garbage compactor. Does that mean garbage compactors should be getting, or fucking garbage men should be getting millions of dollars per fight, even though they're just doing a normal everyone does job, you know? But MMA fighters just want to fucking yap about fighter pay and do absolutely nothing but be boring as fuck. Ooh. In my personal opinion. Not all of them, of course. There's some. Like O'Malley. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think they need to restructure that shit. IMO. But yeah, man. Good events coming up. Hopefully we got some bangers. Hopefully they're not fucking boring. It's all you can do these days with the UFC. But yeah, it's rough being an MMA fan right now. To be fair, like, kind of all combat. I was gonna say combat, but kind of all sports are like pretty shit right now. Boxing just had a couple decent fights, but like the recent Canelo fight was shit. What's his name? Who's that guy who just retired, 37 years old? I can't remember. But that boxer retired recently. You know, Usyk is champ. I like Usyk as champ, I guess, but it's just like yeah, you know. But yeah, people forget, man. Sports are dying off. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I just want some good fucking fights, you know? I want some scraps. And recently it's just been prelims that deliver. That's what separates the hardcore from the casual. The prelim watchers. Yeah, it's interesting stuff, you know? Yeah. Now, like, you know, it's not too bad. You know, we got good games coming anyways. At least for me, good video games coming out. We got fucking great matchups coming up. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is just fucking annoying how shit the UFC is going about matchmaking and stuff. You know, if Usman loses, or yeah, if I don't know, if Usman wins this fight, maybe you give him Bilal. But I was gonna say, like, if they fuck up Usman's matchmaking after this fight, but kind of hard to put Usman anywhere. I think he retires if he loses, and I think he should retire if he loses. IMO. How the fuck am I gonna do this? Right here? Yeah. Honestly, if I'm the UFC, I'm just cutting the women's division. Fucking boring ass division. Ruining main events and shit. Like, they can't even show up to work. Fucking Macy Barber has to skip out. I know it was like a medical emergency, but still. There was a fighter recently, it was literally, I think it was literally Tracy Cortez, who was wearing like eyeliner or eyelashes, like fake eyelashes in the middle of a fight. One of them fell off and she looked fucking frustrated as shit. Like, what are we doing, man? That's what I can't stand. You know? People will talk like the fucking women fighters are these elite level prospects and shit, like Kong Wang and stuff, and it's like, brother, they're shit. Like Kong Wang in her last fight, I swear to God, looked like garbage. I don't know why people are saying she looks so good. She had her opponent on 1 foot, and her opponent had a fucking tumor or some shit, whatever her coach said. She couldn't fucking finish her. And Ariana Lipski sucks. I don't know. People forget, man. Ariana Lipski, 17 and 10. I don't know. Maybe the women's division is just like early UFC right now, and we just gotta wait for them to cook. You know, because there's moments where you see like an Aaron Blanchfield performance, and you're like, oh my god, these women are actually good at fighting. You know? Or like a Zhang Wei Li vintage fucking KO or finish performance, you know? You're just like, yeah, you know, these women are actually pretty good. But for the most part, they're shit, in my opinion. IMO. How the fuck? Well. Why you not have why? Why the fuck is that not going in?
Sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable.
Why the fuck is that not going in?
That's right. I swear to God that I could drop it, bro.
Why the hell? So you going for Pantoja or Kaikar France? Kaikar France. Oh, sorry. My brain was like, I thought Kaikar France was Manel's cap for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, what? Fucking. Yeah, but my brain is fried right now. Pantoja. I don't think Homeboy's that level. I don't think Kaikar France's champion. Like, he's got a puncher's chance, I guess, but listen, like, Kaikar France is good when, like, he'll pick up a game plan mid-fight really well, like you did with Amir, and Steve Urseg, and he is all-rounder, but he's just like a Moreno with, like, more power, but, like, maybe worse cardio, I guess. He's not that good. He could get the upset, but I don't know. That's cool. I'm on Pantoja. I think Pantoja, he's got work to do to become, like, the GOAT at his division, but Pantoja's good. He is elite. Now, Pantoja has an ego, you know, like, he definitely tries to masterclass people, and sometimes it's like, okay, you're in there with a legit contender now, you know, hold on now, but it is like, you know, this is like Corey versus Umar, or Corey versus, Murad. It's like, you kind of have to no-brainer go with, what's his name? Pantoja. Plus, I like Pantoja. He gets disrespected a lot because of that Steve Urseg performance, which MMA Guru wanted to promote it being a robbery and shit, which it wasn't. But I do think Pantoja. 6 months later, and you back to streaming, and guess what? John Jones is still ducking Tom Aspinall. Yep. We got a Barry Ben stream before John Jones, Tom Aspinall, you know? And that guy's going to continue ducking Tom Aspinall. I think right now, though, he's doing it for promotion, you know? I do think for a while it was he's genuinely scared. Now I think he's doing it for promotion, and he's trying to promote the fight. And the fight's, like, almost set in stone. You know, almost set in stone. I do think it'll happen. And Tom Aspinall's smoking John Jones. He is going to KO him in one of the most spectacular performances we've ever seen. You know? I think it'll look very, very Israel Adesanya Amavov-esque. Because people forget, man, John Jones is also inactive as fuck. I think he just gets whooped. Like, I don't see where John Jones beats Aspinall anywhere. And I know a lot of people that are very high on John Jones. I don't see it. I think he gets smoked. And if I'm Jones, I'm retiring, but I would never beat my wife, so can't really get into that mindset, you know what I mean? But yeah, just John Jones doing John Jones thing, ducking because he knows he's getting slept. You know, Dominic Reyes is coming for that rematch, let me tell you. He's coming for that rematch. And John Jones just keeps on yapping, like, I think John Jones genuinely thought he was going to get the Pereira fight. And now that Pereira's lost, and he might actually retire, Jones is kind of fucked. And he's going on vacation and doing all this lavish life shit. I think he's preparing for that big fucking paycheck he's going to get for fighting Aspinall. And he's just going to get smoked. And be like, yeah, well, you know, like how Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul? I think that's what this is coming to. Because Jones waiting out is genuinely worse for him. There's no reason for Jones to wait out. The longer he waits, the older he gets, the weaker his shin becomes. Faster Tom Aspinall is going to find it. You know what I mean? Yes, but no. I'm very curious what everyone else's take is going to be when that fight is booked and when people are making predictions. I love watching people make predictions. That's kind of why I started doing predictions. Obviously, Guru's going to be picking yes, but no. But I'm curious on, like, Angelo and Jacob from We Want Picks, what they're going to be picking. Or like bedtime and shit. I wonder what their takes are gonna be. Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. Let's fucking go, dude. Is that booked? Is that like a thing now? I don't watch, like, I'm not a huge boxing guy, but if that is a thing, that's sick. Is Crawford still pound for pound #1, right? OBS Studio disconnected. Uh-oh. Oh, reconnection. Okay. I think we're good. Let me just make sure the stream's okay. Uh-oh. God damn it, I placed it wrong. Yeah, if that's a thing, that's sick. I might actually watch that fight, because Canelo's a ginger, so I gotta watch him. And then, what's his face? Crawford's sick. His last performance, was his last performance the Errol Spencer fight, where he whooped his ass? That fight was sick. Boxing has some bangers sometimes. That is like a big matchup. That'd be like if we saw, bro, I want to see like Tank versus Inoue. That'd be an interesting fight. But yeah, I'm not like a huge boxing dude or anything like that, but that is actually booked. Dana White, let's get some fights going, huh? You know? Because that's probably going to be on a Saturday. UFC's got to compete. You know, let's get some fights going, Dana White, all right? Let's try to act like we're an organization that competes with other organizations, you know? On the same day. Let's go, Dana White. The fuck? Well, I don't even know who to pick in that one, I'll be honest. Crawford versus Canelo. I imagine Canelo's the favorite, because Crawford's moving up, right? I think that's what that means. I might be tripping, though. I'm not good at boxing weight classes. They have too many. I'm not fucking remembering all 900 fucking boxing weight classes. But, yeah, that fight seems sick. Big dub for, whatever the boxing organization's called. Wait, what? I was supposed to put one of these. Well. Yeah, seems interesting. People forget, man. Canelo Alvarez. He went to war with Floyd Money Mayweather. Before his prime, too. What a marauder. What the hell? Yeah, that fight sounds interesting, though. Ooh, that's a crack. I hope that doesn't affect anything. Why are we not pushing this in? Oh well. Is this... No, shot. This is the wrong way. No, it's the right way. What am I talking about? MOG. Okay, don't forget, bro. Yeah, people forget, man. Comic Gray. He's an OG. He's been here for a long time, man. People forget, man. He's a marauder in the Very Bend division. People forget, man. He was one of the first to be in the basement. Hey, don't worry, Comic Ray. Once I'm a millionaire, you'll be a mod. Once we make it, all right, because this is a team effort. You'll be a mod. Don't worry. Don't quote me on that though. Just saying. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stream a little bit more consistently. I was having, bro, just to be honest, like, I was having a lot of mental problems. Because I was going back to work and shit. And I wanted to keep an upload schedule. Doing one video a day and streaming and work. It was rough. COD Zombies gameplays. COD Zombie gameplays, let's go. Yeah, buddy. Hey, people forget, man. Yeah, don't worry. I won't be doing COD Zombies, though. I'll be doing fucking Killing Floor 3 once that game drops. Oh my god, that game looks amazing. But, yeah, I was just going through a lot. Work. Medical problems. You know, it was a rough couple months, I'll be honest. But, you know, kept it consistent. Still uploading. And man, I started this shit. I ain't stopping this shit, you know? I feel like YouTube is all about just consistency. I'm just gonna keep on grinding, you know? Why the fuck not? Uploading a video is free. So there's no reason not to. Yeah, what's your favorite Dead by Daylight killer? I've never played it. Probably Kaneki, because I really liked Tokyo Ghoul when I was a kid. Or... just like design-wise, I guess. Or Springtrap, because I was big on Five Nights at Freddy's when I was younger. But yeah, I've never played Dead by Daylight. I've, like, seen it, of course, but I've never gotten into it personally. That was a game that was, like, always on my radar, but I never got the urge, you know what I mean? I'm more of a Borderlands, like, I'm more of, like, a looter-shooter, MMO, light game, you know? The Warframes, the Destinies, the, it's another one. The, like Dungeon Defenders, shit like that. You know, people forget, man. But recently, I've just been playing a bunch of random shit. You know, games are getting really good, and I hope they keep on getting good. Because for a while, it felt like there was just fucking nothing. A lot of games are just shit nowadays. Okay, Helldivers by chance? I might have a minute in the game because I accidentally launched it. I did buy it on like a big sale and I'm planning on playing through it. But it's one of those like, I want to sit down and like run through it when there's like nothing to do. But there's so many games that I have on my wish list right now. Like Grounded 2's coming out, Killing Floor 3's coming out, Dying Light the Beast could be interesting. Atomic Heart 2 and the Cube, made by the same devs, looks interesting. They're also making another game called Ill, which looks like the most graphic horror game I've ever seen, like, technically wise, in terms of gore and everything. What's another one? Borderlands 4, maybe, if that's not DEI infested garbage trash. Yeah, there's a lot of heaters coming out, but I'll probably get to Helldivers if any one of those gets, like, stale, you know? Because, like, next month is Killing Floor 3, so I want to get used to, like, Killing Floor shit, like Killing Floor 2, and then probably try it out for a bit, but, or get into Killing Floor 3, because I got a lot of buddies who want to play through that game as well. And then also Grounded 2 comes out next month. That game's insane. Looking, at least. I know it's a game preview or whatever it's called, but looks interesting. The new COD, though, I don't think I'll be touching. I ain't paying 100 schmeckles for a reskin of Black Ops 3. No thanks. Or Black Ops 2. Hell no. You know? Treyarch ain't getting my fucking money. But yeah. What else do I play? I have Oblivion. I've never played it, but I got the remake because it was on another like 20-30% off. So I got that. I gotta play through that. Garden Warfare 2, Plants vs. Zombies, one of the best hero shooters of all time. Rainbow Six Siege just had Siege X, so I've been playing some of that. You know, just chat activities. Well. Really? Oh, I guess that is finished there. Interesting. Okay. This is this, right? 1, 2, 3, 8, 6. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, a bunch of games coming out. GTA 6, but I probably won't be interested in that because I'll be playing other games and I'll have to buy a console. Bro, you see the price for the Nintendo Switch 2? Fuck that. God damn, that looks like trash. Well, the system looks good, but the price is insane. Hell no. You know what I mean? Yeah. Warframe also has a new game called Soulframe coming out, so that might be something I'm interested in. Yeah, that's tough nowadays, man. Balancing gaming, content, you know, and a job. But people forget, man. I am a grinder. Yeah. That's how I see it. Ugh. Holy shit. Actually, also gotten back into Star Wars, so I need to watch through all the Star Wars shit. Like, I'm on Clone Wars right now. What a goated show, by the way. Actually, one of the best shows of all time. Also been catching up on the Rick and Morty stuff, because that just got a new season. You know? So. Type shit. Yeah, I plan on watching everything Star Wars, though. Like, this year was the first time I ever watched, or maybe it was, like, the end of last year. It was the first time I ever watched the fucking Star Wars, sequels. Yeah. It's the first time I ever watched the sequels for Star Wars, and man, they were shit. Genuinely the worst, like, some of the worst films I've ever seen. Not even just, like, Star Wars-wise, just in general. That shit was terrible. In my opinion. Like, I don't know how those films were ever greenlit. Recently finished The Walking Dead for my first time. Mid-show. It was, like, good until, like, the later seasons, where it just got shit. But, yeah. A little bit into my show era as well. I'm just watching a lot of shit. That's pretty cool. I feel like I'm missing something, though. Maybe that's just how it's supposed to look. I don't know. In the middle. Alright. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Yeah. What you been up to recently, Comic Ray, huh? Everything okay over there? You been on your grind? Doing things you need to be doing? Hope it's been going well over there, you know? Type sheet. What is the Comic Gray been up to? The one, the only Comic Gray. Interesting. Oh, maybe it's like this? Yeah, I think it's like that. Let me do... What? What?
I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward good shit. They love to hate, but hate to live. Society is swing and miss. And honestly, I get it. Promise me you won't regret it. Wasting
not
energy,
these ones,
forget
right?
it. Don't look back, go on and get it. Bite the bullet just a bit. Bite your tongue and don't say shit. Make your actions hard to miss. Be a legend, not a myth. It's obnoxious, unconscious. Rapping honest as promise. Try to harness. As an artist, stay modest. It's a long quest. I will not quit till 10,000 people going off. When I drop this, I gotta make it now.
Did I get the wrong size of these? What the hell? Am I crazy? Feels like my brain's melting right now. Alright, let me go find these pieces. How do I not have these? What the fuck? There's no way.
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy. I don't get it. How come
Huh.
I don't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises. You ain't stopping this, cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence. I got this.
I gotta have this shit.
And I'm on it, honest. I'm gonna launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5. I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb. And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get it, yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Said I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Profit, spitting hot shit. I'm dropping, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it. Matter of fact, making racks where it's at. Have my back to the mat. Not an act, that's a fact. We attack in a back. No react, no react. Think I'm black off his back. While I rap, not the step. Throwing down, give a crap. We're advanced, I'm the man.
Damn, I really just don't have these pieces. How the fuck did I miss this?
Never lie, that's a lie. I don't try, I defy. Bitch and die, that I'm right, yeah.
I swear to G, I had this shit. That's so weird. I'm gonna have to improvise.
Like a student though, working on a movement, do it cause I'm in the zone and you know that I'm ready for the show. I'm Joe's front row. Here I go.
Really, I
All these
didn't
people
have
wanna
these
know
pieces.
what you think of them lately. Do you really love me or do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you grade me? All this social media has got me going crazy lately. Everything's inflated, mainly everyone's invaded. Privacy is naked, man, I really hate it. God, I really hate it. I just wanna make it through all this fake shit. Living in the real life, living for some real times. Talk about the real climb, passionate in real rhymes. Steal time back from my 9 to 5, taking back my fucking life. I just wanna feel alive. And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Said I never give up. Fake it till I make it. Motherfucking take it back from these haters. Playing tracks for the traitors. Got the passion in depths when it happens. Factions take actions, drafting their captains. It's happening. I'm raising my status, facing the madness. I'm out gaining traction. Avoid the distractions. I'm snapping, no captions. Attracting reactions. Adapting, attacking, commanding the masses. I'm practicing habits. I don't fucking ask it. I just fucking grab it. I am never static. Massively active, expanding. Backslid, planning to have it. So I will go capture it. And I'ma stay after it. I'm gonna fucking master it. Put them on blasted. They will never last it. Don't be so dramatic. Not my demographic. This shit is democratic. They vote effects, yeah, bitch.
I'm back. Guess I'm gonna have to use these pieces instead. They don't look the best, but
She
I get the
says
job
that she
done, I think.
loves me. She just wants to fuck me. Got me feeling something. Got me feeling nothing.
Yeah, they work fine.
Alcoholic junkie. Says she thinks I'm funny. Think I might get lucky. Spending too much money. She says she wants my necklace. Put her on the
Ooh, that's a
guest
problem.
list. Hope I don't regret this. Hope I don't regret this. I'm feeling hella reckless.
How
Cashing
am
all
I
my
gonna do
checks,
that?
rich. Hickeys on my neck, shit. She's on the offensive. I do not know my set list. Still, I'm gonna get lit. Yeah, I have a death wish. Live until I'm breathless. I'ma stay progressive. She gon' stay obsessive. Life is so expensive. Do everything excessive. I think my brain's defective. Yeah. Can't think when
fuck
she's
I'm
aggressive.
gonna do that. Oh wait, is it?
She snuck into my section. Yeah. You think I
Hold
learned
up.
my lesson?
Did I grab these two? And did I
And
think
we ain't getting no sleep.
it was
These
the
girls
right
don't
ones?
even
Maybe?
know me. Like
Am I
Drake,
just
I'm
dumb?
getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Yeah.
I just straight up
We
missed them.
ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know
God
me.
damn
Like
it.
Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep. Yeah.
Maybe I thought it was
No,
just
we
those.
ain't getting no sleep.
Those are definitely there as
She's
well.
sitting up
So
in
I
the front
can't
of the
do that.
class, using that
Fuck.
ass. She gonna pass, keeping her pad and her pen in her lap. She been so bad with the men in her past. Now she just want the professor so
But
bad.
what if
I'll give her
I
lessons that she never had, like taking a freshman and teaching her
This.
math. I'll keep her guessing until she a grad. She always leaves them guessing. They don't know what's next, man. Learned it from the best, man. She loving
What the
every
hell?
lesson with hands-on sessions. Points for attendance. She asks a lot of questions. I answer with my presence. I
There
sit
they
back while I'm texting. Said she wants to get it in. Said she'll bring her best friend. Know what
I know how to
happened next, man. You know what happened next, man. Treat her like a guest, man. Rolling out the best, man. She had a confession. Yeah. She wanna stay for a minute. She wanna play for a minute. She wanna slay for a minute. And now I'm all up in it. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Make a track in a minute. And now I'm all up in it. No sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Yeah.
There we go.
We ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even
Hopefully this
know
works.
me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep.
I'm gonna need one more. Oh well.
No, we ain't getting no sleep. Yeah.
I must do it for my childhood. Maybe I'll add 2x2 brick as well. Or 1x2.
Wait. I'm not a quitter, so I'm not fucking quitting. Just try to stop me and you'll drop dead missing. I'm on my way to the top now, listen. I ain't never gonna stop too driven. I ain't never getting lost, got vision. I'ma make this shit hot, ignition. Yeah, don't give me facts, not fiction. Then you know I fucking listen, cause I'm on a fucking mission. Man, you got to be driven, cause this world is unforgiving. You're the only one that's winning, or the only one that's quitting. So get up and stay committed. Don't be asking for permission.
A little bit of what's it called? A little bit of improvisation, but it works. Perks of being a Lego builder. Oh. Alright, let's put this aside for a memento. I'll work on this other shit. And this build is a lot more than I thought. Holy shit. Interesting. Damn, it's 1 a.m. God damn. I have to get off soon. Oh, show. Yeah, I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. Little quick stream for the boys. Fuck.
I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies. They're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy. You gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me.
Aw, shit.
I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won it.
Well, this is the
I'm way
message.
too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet. Words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left. And I'm
There it
not
is.
giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end. No.
this.
Them religiously, so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And all this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something
Kinda almost done this, to be fair.
I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
Is everything right? Wait. Attach that to the side of this bad boy.
Growing up, parents got me a guitar. Said you could do anything, kid, you could go far. You could be the president, fireman, race cars. The sky's the limit, kid, so shoot for the stars. So I strung
Where
my
the
guitar
hell?
every day. Found the passion for music, never went away. I joined a couple
This needs to
bands and played
be
a few shows. Tried to impress the girl
3.5.
in the front row.
1, 2, 3.
Soon enough, everything starts to change. As you grow up, nobody treats you the same. They try to take your future and make it real safe. You could be a doctor, accountant, or something sane. But yo, whatever happened to the sky was the limit. I fell in love with music, never thought it was a gimmick. I worked so hard on every tune and every single lyric.
There we go.
My whole identity dependent
Look at
on
that.
being artistic. Now you wanna strip that away so you feel okay? 'Cause
Coming
if I
together
make it to
nicely.
the top, what does that really say? That you shouldn't have given up, that you made the mistake. But if I fail, you feel much better about picking your lane, right?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, things are gonna get better real soon. Yeah, I'ma just do me, you just do you. I swear it's gonna get better real soon.
Maybe I'll put this over.
Don't let anyone tell you what you should do. I got a clear view. We're gonna make it soon. Just keep pushing through. You're what you got to lose. You're what you got to lose. You're what you got to lose. Just keep pushing through. 'Cause what you got to lose. 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 I won't give up. I won't back down. Till the line sinks in underneath the deep ground. I won't give up. I won't back down. There's nobody stopping me except for me now. I won't give up. I won't back down. Till the line sinks in underneath the deep ground. I won't give up. I won't back down. There's nobody stopping me except for me now.
All this big ass fucking. Where is it? There it is. It's not even the last one. It's the third. Oh shit. Ooh.
And let's be honest, life's
Third
a
one?
competition. So if I'm going to play, then I'm gonna play to win it. I refuse to sit and rot at a desk all day unless I have a passion I'm working towards, okay? I'd rather be dead on the outside than inside. A bullet to the head than 25 to life in a cubicle alone, just trying to get by, building someone else's dream instead of building mine. If you're hearing me, this is meant to inspire. If you have a dream or if you have desires, a girl in your life that's making you feel that fire, go fight for her, man, go die for her,
Pretty
man.
cool.
'Cause you
Pretty
only
cool.
have one life, one chance to do it. One chance to prove it to yourself, so don't lose it. You got this, fam, just keep pushing on through it. One day you'll look back so glad you pursued it. Yeah, things are gonna get better real soon. Yeah, I'ma just do me, you just do you. I swear it's gonna get better real soon. Don't let anyone tell you what you should do. I got a clear view.
Like this. Yep. 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 I know. I'm speed running this build right now. Holy shit. Oh, this is a gun storing thing. Interesting.
Try so hard to talk me down, but they can't stop the sound. Already on the ground, everything is growing faster than I can count. You ain't gon' stop me now, because I got this now. I got the formula and I'm about to drop it loud. So what we talking about? There is no talking now. We take action with passion, we're rocking now. It's tick-tocking now, the clock's talking down. And all I hear is haters try so hard to talk me down, but they can't stop the sound. Already on the ground, everything is growing faster than I can count.
What the fuck is this? Boy, of course it is. Ow! I just accidentally stabbed myself. Oh well.
The wind is blowing through her hair.
Joking, joking. YouTube don't ban me. Joking, just a joke.
And you know we don't really care.
I'm joking because I'm trying to clean fucking gunk off this.
She likes it when I treat her bad. She likes to travel all around. I take her everywhere and back.
Lego piece. Holy shit, man.
With a man, girl, you throw it right back. No, I like that. I'ma bite back. You know I've become a fan, girl. The way you throw back like a Kodak, girl, you own that. Cruise around without a plan, girl. We'll never go back, girl. You know that. You were so bad. Let's just spend a couple grand, girl. You know you're fucking with the man, girl. Yeah. Oh, you could have been a good girl, but instead you chose a real world. Yeah, you've always been a savage. Oh, you've always been a bad chick. I don't care if you got issues. Daddy left, but I'm with you. So come with me and never look back. We're living life like a badass. Oh, you could have been a good girl.
Alright, that's good enough. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Right. Boom.
Just set aside what it's all about, never out of doubt, yeah. She be sitting shotgun, she a hot one in the hot sun, crop top on, I'm a hop on every single day, head a different way, never stay in place, don't care what they say, we gon' do it anyway. Always by my side, oh we're living life right, every night we just drive by, cruising high life, we're alive, not just getting by, not just letting life pass right underneath the side, grab it real tight, okay, every day is a new day, in a new place, rent a new space, see a new face, in a few days, move a new way, to a new state, that's great, rent an estate for our next day. Oh, you could have been a good girl,
Bro, 6 is
but you
crazy.
chose a real world. Yeah, you've always been a savage. Oh, you've always been a bad chick. I don't care if you got issues. Daddy left, but I'm with you. So come with me and never look back. We're living life like a badass. Oh, you could have been a good girl. have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so
Oh yeah,
take it on.
this.
I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. I'm on stage, here I'm screaming. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team.
Really interesting.
It'd be me if I wanted.
A little bit of a risky connection, but I trust the process. How is this not? There we go.
To see if I succeed, to see if I believe, they're looking up to me. They want the
Yeah,
best
that's
of
good.
me now, best of me now, best of me
Fucking
now,
wrist.
best of me. They
Oh.
want the best of me now, best of me now,
Anyways.
best of me now, best of me.
God damn.
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon.
That's a bunch of pieces in one set. Holy shit. Oh, and that's cracked.
So I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do.
Oh, that sucks.
Staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no
God.
motion. You're not just chosen. It takes devotion.
Wait, real quick,
to stay
go
composed.
replace this.
Never stop, never stop. There ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up. You got one life to pop. Thinking big, never small. Cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out. I already
A little bit of a
stand out.
cheese slope
Starting to advance now.
replacement.
To expand now. You don't have a chance.
Oh,
Cause
fuck.
we're in demand
God
now.
damn
Make
it.
it private brand now. Feeling in command now.
What was I doing?
To see if I
Ugh.
to see if I believe they're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.
This goes where? Oops, I misplaced that. There we go. And that goes there. I think that's everything. Oh.
Are you not one to give second chances? You only got one life, take advantage. No, I will not sit by, I demand it. You cannot stop my drive, I command it. I just wanna make it right. I always put up a fight. I will never lose my sight. I know I need you by my side. I have nothing else to hide. I've got it wrong and got it right. I've told the truth, I've told some lies. I lose some days
I was
and
gonna say,
others
what the
die.
fuck?
If I want it, then I'll get it somehow. Want it, then I'll get it, no doubt. 'Cause I will never let me down. No, I will never let me down.
Yeah, that looks good.
down. I had a taste, it's in my mouth, and now I wanna take that crown. I will fight for everything, I will fight to reach my dreams. I will die or I'll succeed, to me this life means everything. You want it, then go capture it. Need it, then get after it. Bleed because you're passionate, cause talent's just the half of it. I'm sick of being average, I just want a better status. I don't sit back, I attack it, and I'll work until
Wait,
I
no shot.
if I want it,
Is that a
then I'll get it.
dark gray?
How? Want it, then I'll get it.
How am I miss? What the fuck was on when I made this shit?
No, I will never let me down. No, I will never let me down.
Could be dark gray to be fair, but kind of looks black, so I'm gonna use black.
Growing up in Cali, yeah, you know I love the weather. Limelight hit 'em, and you know I handle pressure. I do what I want, so I'm never saying never.
Holy
I
shit.
do what I want, so they call me go-getter. Yeah, I know he does it good, but you know I do it better. So misunderstood, if she wanted, then I let her. Everybody knows if I
I mean,
want
this
her, then I
works,
get
but
her. She
it's
gave
not
me that
technically the
look,
right
and she
one.
knows she
Oh well.
thinks I'm clever. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it, so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got 'em singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Self-made, yeah.
Oh, probably right here, I guess. Yeah.
Let's go. Catch me at the top, sipping shots of Patron. I will never stop till the road is my home. I'm about to pop,
And then
everybody's
this goes in
coming
where?
home.
Oh, it goes right in the
Drops,
front.
they be LMB,
Oh shit.
ho.
Okay.
Girls in crop tops, drop tops at a shows. Mini skirts rock, got us all like whoa. All the pretty ladies lined up front row. Driving me crazy, I just wanna take 'em home. Got it on lock, yeah,
Oh,
you
this
can
is
call me
sick.
pro. Parties on the blocks, make sure the girls know. Now it's getting hot up in here, oh no.
Just sing like the edges.
Belly at it right,
I'm
better
so
take up
fucking
all your
tired.
clothes.
My brain's about to crash.
Now I'm finally in the zone.
Then I want to fix my sleep schedule, so I think I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thanks for everyone who came out. Thanks if you're watching this as a VOD, because I'm a millionaire. Probably by the time you're watching this VOD. But yeah, thanks to everyone who came out. If you made it all the way to the end, I want to thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you have